of the school, Boston basketball fan, and just your
A shot of the Celtics earlier, coming down the tunnel. They're not messing around. They're ready to get to work here at home. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for him.
And for an idea of where his offense is right now, take a look at his true shooting percentage decreasing over the last 5 games. He desperately needs to find his stroke tonight.
And close to a quarter of the way into the season now, Grant. How aware are the players of where they are in the season?
You know, B.A., you generally are aware of where you are in the year, but you rarely see guys counting games played or anything like that.
And to look at Minnesota's opening lineup, Conley and Ann are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Jaden McDaniels, and it's Gobert in at center, filling out the middle. Pass to Tatum. Outside Porzingis. Here's the Magician. The 3, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And here's Minnesota now. It's a 3-point game. Back to Conley. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Conley, so crafty with that left hand of his. The veteran knows his way around the hoop.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Brown passes to the Magician. From the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
Gotta D him up better than that. He's simply too good from beyond the arc.
Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Now here's Conley in his last outing with 12 points. Clock is at 3 from behind the arc. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
One of the league's more reliable three-point shooters. Conley didn't always have that in his game, but he's lethal now.
Here's the Magician. He's guarded by Conley. Tatum passes to the Magician. Tatum with a screen. Here's the Magician. Turned in an outstanding game against Washington. Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting for swats. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's the Magician. He has 6. And here's Brown for 3. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Randle outside. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Edwards. Got a piece of it, and he stays with it. Porzingis grabs the board. Boston has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Brown with a screen. Inside. The kick out to White. Beyond the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
Bring music, scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Gobert with a screen on White. To the paint. And Gobert with the stuff.
What a move by Gobert. Closing that open space in the pick and roll.
All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, B.A. And that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself.
They grab their own miss. The kick out to Edwards. Shoots over White. Edwards can't get that one to fall.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Pass to Porzingis. Tatum from long range. And again, Boston with the triple.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Conley passes to Gobert. Picked by Gobert. Down low. Outside Conley. Shoots from the elbow. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Substitution.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's the Magician. Give him 8. Horford, a screen on DiVincenzo. There's Tatum with the 3. Tatum drills the 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Tatum and Horford, the duo at forward. Then there's Drew Holiday. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's the Magician in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5. Celtics lead by 4. Horford, a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's the Magician. And it's all from three-point range.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Outside, Alexander Walker. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Clock at 6. Reed for 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Reed's got 10 points now, just in this quarter. Here's Holiday. They kick it out to Porzingis. And a miss there on the triple.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's got 5.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Shot to stop the run. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 4th rebound in this one. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Reed, a screen on Holiday. Back to DiVincenzo. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. This game against Minnesota is the first time they've met this year.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each won one.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Ingles. The 3 is up. Horford pulls it in. Boston trailing. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Porzingis with a screen on DiVincenzo. Buries it from 3. The Magician's got 11.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Now here's DiVincenzo. 5 points in the game. To the middle. And stolen by Porzingis. Fires from way outside. It's not going to go for him. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Celtics. They're up by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out.
You look at the Celtics. Even if they're not the team we thought they'd be, they haven't completely come off the rails. Still plenty of time left. With all this talent, I can see them turning it around real fast. How fast? That fast.
Now moving on to the Boston Celtics and the close first half they played.
The energy in their hometown is electric, man.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Look at Naz Reid. What a contribution here.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
So for Minnesota right now, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Conley finds McDaniels. Porzingis against Gobert. Pass to Conley. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. He's got 10.
Nice to see Conley receive the dime for once. He's normally the one dropping dimes.
Tatum, a screen on Conley. The Magician, the pass to White. Here's the Magician. He's got 11. That 3's off the mark. Randle, the pass to Conley. And here's McDaniels. Now Gobert, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Randle. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
The Magician, the pass to Porzingis. Here's the Magician. McDaniels covering. From deep. The Magician misses. For Minnesota, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Gobert. Outside Conley. Fires for 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Back to Brown. Here's the Magician. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Conley passes to Randle. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Randle's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, he's a wrecking ball on offense. Randle, so good at finishing inside.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's the Magician. They still need this. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Outside Conley. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
Conley just keeps producing. He's the ultimate professional.
These are his first free throws of the game.
taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Holiday's checked in for White. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. DiVincenzo comes in for Anthony Edwards.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Pass to Tatum. Here's the Magician. Back to Tatum. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The battle to a standstill on the... boards has really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's the Magician. He's got 14. Pass to Brown. Here's the Magician. Brown, a screen on Conley. The Magician, pass to Brown. Ooh, Brown takes it to the D inside.
He's got a knack for making the hard shots. That was not an easy bucket for Brown.
Here's Conley. Drives to the hoop. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. And this will be a second trip to the free throw line.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
So both teams making... Both teams changing it up here. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And here's Reed. Outside, Alexander Walker. From 7 feet away. Reed can't hit. Boston has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. We've got Drew Holiday, and it's Hauser in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. The Magician, pass to Hauser, 5 to shoot. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. Pass to the Magician to take the lead. Pure from 3-point range. And the Celtics lead by 2.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Up top, Alexander Walker. Back to DiVincenzo. Here's Shannon. 4-3. A rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Tatum, a screen on DiVincenzo. Pass to Tatum. Let's go with a 3. Alexander Walker grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He's closely guarded. To the wing, right side. Here's Shannon. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's the Magician. DiVincenzo covering. And there's a pick. Here's the Magician. No good with the triple. Minnesota's got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the 4th. 0 for 4. Pass to Reed. Shoots over Tatum. Minnesota again missing. The Celtics with the lead. Tatum, a screen on DiVincenzo. Takes the three. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Woo-hoo! Yes, DiVincenzo. What a gamer. Somebody who lives for these kind of big moments. Watch out.
And Boston with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Queta. Brown comes in for Hauser. And Derek White subbed in for Drew Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Conley. The Magician, pass to Brown. Now here's Tatum. Goes up on the wing. Randall pulls down the board.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
Oh, easy two for Gobert.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Porzingis with a screen on Conley.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Well, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. And they were blunt with their team, telling them if they want to win, the comeback has to start right now. They can't waste any possessions. Plus, they told the players, we need some stops. A very direct way to communicate, Brian.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Boston with a rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Porzingis with a screen on McDaniels. Oh, and Porzingis powers it home.
Knowing his team needs a hoop, Porzingis says, I'll get it done.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Edwards. Good work defensively by White. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Not the results he or his teammates were hoping for. He could have put this away.
For three, Randall. No good from three-point range. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he ends up making the second. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Randall deciding where to go with it. Misses. So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We'll see you later.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
You have been playing well as a starter.
Yeah, and we are confident it is the right move for the long-term health of the team.
But
not everyone is as thrilled as we are with the new lineup.
I'm sure you can figure out who he's talking about.
I mean, if I were him, I'd be unhappy too. But like you said, there's no place for hurt feelings, and this is a grown man's league.
Yes, of course. But we would like you to make a special effort to get him more involved in the offense when you're on the floor with him.
We've talked a lot about using your gravity to get everyone involved. We just want to make sure that he's one of those people.
Look, I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time, but I don't understand what the problem is. We're winning games.
Okay,
Isn't that what's most important?
We're winning games now, in the regular season. But we're going to need him down the line, not just in the playoffs, but in the years to come. And if he feels like his talents are being wasted, he's going to want out. We could lose him.
And it's throwing off chemistry in the locker room.
I get that. But what's more important to him? Winning games or usage rate?
It's not that simple, MP. Everyone's got an ego, right? And quite frankly, he earned his.
He has done a lot for this organization, and we are just trying to do right by him. How would you feel if the tables were turned?
Look, I'll do what I can, but at the end of the day, he's his own man and he can make his own decisions.
We understand that. But we have some reasonable requests that we think you're going to be okay with.
All right, look, I'll give him my best shot, but he has to hold up his end of the bargain. I can't put the ball in the basket for him, too.
All we ask is that you try. It's in the best interest of the organization, MP.
We need you to be a team player.
Have you?
Furthest I've ever been is New York.
Oh, do you think it would be nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, and be
Hey,
right?
I wouldn't have it any other way.
All right.
All right.
Not one of my better games.
Oh, hey, we all have our off days. Hey, man, don't sweat it.